Welcome back to the night class. One more time, we're doing the chapter 6 review.
I'm done with
This
this already.
You've already had the mid review. It's very, very similar, at least for the first half or so.
I'm done with that already.
The first 5 are all just putting them where? In your calculator. Now, some of us missed these on the first go round, okay? So if you're not putting it in your calculator yourself, you need to be to make sure you know how to do that, okay? So, Landon, put that in your calculator for me and tell me what you get. And I want a fraction. I don't want the decimal. Don't give me the decimal on the test, okay? I want to know what is it as a fraction. Reagan, please do number 2 for me while he's doing number 1. Layton, do number 3 for me while they're doing 1 and 2. Kyler, do 4. Ethan, do 5 for me.
Coach, if I do this problem,
Should be a fraction. What'd you get for number 1?
negative 1.524.
A negative 1.524?
Yeah, there's that fraction. I don't believe there is.
All right. What did you not put that they have?
Yeah, that's what I forgot.
So put your parentheses. This is why it's important that you do it. Okay? So put the parentheses. Okay, Ethan, when we get to number 5, I'll let you say yours, buddy.
Hey, I got number 4.
All right? Do the same thing, but put parentheses around it.
There is no infinite.
What'd you get now?
Same
It's
thing.
not infinite.
Shouldn't have got the same thing. Should be different.
I got negative 5.24. Negative. Well, no, I got positive 5.
Hit math, enter, enter.
Math.
Math.
Change it to a fraction for me.
Math. Enter. There is no fraction.
1 over 65.
Huh? How did you get a fraction?
1 over what?
6561.
6561. That's what
1 over 6,561. That is correct. Okay? Who had number 2? Reagan? What'd you get for number 2, Reagan?
I got 8 over 31.5.
8 over 3125. That is correct. Okay? Again, put it in your calculator. Make sure you're getting these things. All right? Number 3. Who had 3? Layton? Wasn't that you?
Yes,
What's the cube root of negative 216?
Negative 4. I'm just kidding. It was negative 6.
Negative 6. That is correct.
2.
8 to the 1/3. Kyler is 2. And 512 to the 5/9 power was what, Ethan? 32.
That's my boy.
Those should be 5 given questions. Okay, all you got to do is make sure you type it in the calculator just like it is on your paper. If there's parentheses, put parentheses. If there's not parentheses, don't put parentheses. Everybody with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. The next few here, 6, 7, and 8. We're only going to use what? What's it say? Write your answer using what? Positive exponents. So don't leave any exponents that are negative. So anything to the 0 power is what? 1. So that cancels. Is negative 9 an exponent?
No.
No, it's just negative 9. So we leave it alone. But how do we make that b to the negative 6 positive?
Pull it down.
Take it to the bottom. So it just becomes b to the 6th on the bottom. And there's your answer. Negative 9 over b to the 6th. All right. Number 7, we're multiplying like bases. So what do we do with the exponents? Add.
B equals negative 10.
So that's b to the negative 10th power. But do not leave your answer like that. How do we make it positive 10?
Drag it out.
Move it to the bottom. So 1 over b to the 10th. Everybody with me?
Kind of.
Okay?
Coach, I'm just like honestly trying not to get to sleep.
Last but not least, on this section, 4/3 into the 3rd to the 3rd. Okay, so we're going to take everything in the parentheses to what power?
The third.
The 3rd power. So what is 4 to the 3rd?
64.
64 over 3 to the 3rd is
27.
27. And n to the third, when you do a power to a power, what do you do with the exponents? Multiply. So that's n to the ninth. And that is all you have to do on those. Everybody clear? All right. Number 9. We're going to do our best. It says evaluate for the given value of x. This is also 2 problems where it's given. You just got to put in your calculator correct. So all I'm doing is plugging in what?
-4.
-4 for x. So y equals 0.5 to the -4 power. Put that in your calculator. You do get 16. Okay? Same thing for 10. F of 2 equals 3 times 5 to the second power.
75.
That is 75. Any questions out of how to do that? Okay? Take what x is, plug it in. Should be a very, very easy test up until this point. Everybody good? Just plugging it in your calculator.
Yeah.
All right? 11 and 12. You have to tell me, is it growth or decay? And then tell me what the rate of change is. Okay?
Decay.
Again, you're looking at the number that's where? Where's the number you're looking at? In the parentheses. If it's less than 1, it's decay. If it's greater than 1, it's growth. So this one is decay. So exponential decay. What is your rate as a percentage? Don't say 55. Remember, you have to say 1 minus 0.55. And what is that?
45.
It is 0.45, so it's a 45% decrease. Okay? What about 12? Growth or decay? That is exponential growth. 6 over 5 is more than
How do you get 45% on the last one? Cause
I subtracted 1 minus 0.55.
oh, yes, sir.
How am I going to get my R here? I'm going to say the actual number, 6/5 minus 1. What is 6/5 minus 1 equal to? What is that as a decimal? 0.2. Okay? Which is what is a percent? 20. 20%. Okay? So get your decimal, change it to a percent. If it's decay, you're going to say 1 minus the number. If it's growth, you're going to say the number minus 1. Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right. 13 and 14. We are doing the same thing with one little exception. It says to what? And some of you didn't do this on the original test. What's it say to do first? Rewrite the function. Okay? So you have to rewrite it. Whether you know it's decay or growth or not, you have to rewrite it first. Okay? So what are we going to do with this 1/5? Where do we need to put it? Inside. So I need to say, okay, this is 1.24 to the 1/5 power to the t power. Okay? What is 1.24 to the 1/5 power? What's the big number? Just round to the nearest hundredth. 1 point what? 0 what? 0.44. So we'll just say 1.04 to the t. That's what I'm looking for. Okay? Michael, put that up, please. We have rewritten it. Now, is that growth or decay?
Growth.
That is growth. And by how much? It's 4%, but it doesn't ask us on that one. Okay? So I was just asking just to ask. So that is growth. And it's 1.04 to the t power. Everybody with me? What about 14? How are we going to rewrite this one? 0.94 to the 8th power to the t power. So what is 0.94 to the 8th power? 0.0 or 0.61. 0.61 to the t, and that is decay. Okay? Any questions on that? Everybody good?
Yep.
Don't forget the rewriting part. Like I said, a lot of us skip that part on the first test. Okay?
That one had a bunch of half credit.
Maybe. 15. You deposit $3,600 in a savings account that earns 6% annual interest compounded monthly. Write the function that represents the balance after 2 years. So 15 is one of those where we got to remember the equation. Okay? So y equals p 1 plus r over, nope, that's wrong. Oh, no, that's right. I'm sorry. R over n to the nt power. So you have two things to memorize. This and the geometric sequence formula. Okay? So memorize those. And all we're going to do is say, all right, what's my P? P is how much we invest, right? 3,600. 1 plus. R is my rate. What's my rate? 0.06. N is how many times you're compounding it.
12.
We're doing it monthly, so there's 12 months in a year. 12t. So all we're going to do, y equals 3,600 times what goes in that parentheses. What's 1 plus 0.06 divided by 12?
Would you put 1 plus?
Divided by,
Crap, what'd you do?
you need to go back.
0.05.
12.
1.0.
And you put 0.6, it should be 0.06. What'd you get?
You confused me.
Nope, you put 0.62.
You confused me.
Put this in your calculator, and I'm not going to say anything,
Okay.
so I won't confuse you.
Oh, I'm supposed to put the whole thing on.
Nope, just this part in your calculator.
Oh, I didn't do the plus one. You need this.
Do not put 0.6, put 0.06. Very good. You get 1.005. Now, all it's asking us to do is write the function, so we are finished. That's all you had to write.
I got one more answer.
Okay? What did you put 0.06 or just 0.6? Okay, you wrote the whole thing. Again, y'all aren't listening to me. Do not write the whole thing. Just write what's in the parentheses. The 3,600 stays. The 12t stays. Okay? The only thing you're putting in there is what's in the parentheses. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Okay?
I knew I shouldn't have put
17 or 16 and 17.
Oh, I forgot how to do.
These are the new problems, okay? So this is where the new stuff comes in. Everything else so far we did on the mid-test, okay? So we talked about this. What does equals mean?
I don't know.
What's equal sign mean?
Terrible.
They're the same, right? Are the bases the same?
Yes.
Yes. So if the bases are the same, the exponents have to be what? So what does 6x have to equal?
Oh,
60. And you solve that problem. X is what? 10. All right. 17, are the bases the same?
Yes.
Yes. I know. You got to hurry. We got 5 minutes. They are both 7. So what do the exponents have to be?
4.
Not 4, but what? If the bases are the same, the exponents have to be what? The same. Okay, so 8x minus 78 has to equal negative x plus 30. And we work this out. I'm going to add x to both sides. 9x minus 78 equals 30. Add 78 to both sides. 9x equals 108. What is 108 divided by 9? Is that 12? 12. X is 12. Okay? 18 and 19. We're back to finding growth or decay. And it's back to the easy ones. That 18, is that growth or is that decay?
Growth.
That is growth. And how much growth? Because it does say, what's the percent rate?
1.5.
How much bigger than 1 is that? 65%. Okay, 1.65 minus 1 is 0.65. And then you just change that to a excuse me.
Wouldn't it be 0.65?
You just change that to a percent. I'm sorry?
Wouldn't it be 0.65?
No, you move your decimal over one twice, 65%. Okay? Growth or decay on the 19.
Okay.
It is decay. 2/5 is less than 1. So we say 1 minus 2/5. We get point what? 0.6. So that is 60%. Okay? And 18 and 19 are just like 11 and 12 were. All right? So I snuck some more that were pretty easy. Everybody good on 19?
Yes, sir.
All right. Moving on. Number 20. All you have to say is geometric, arithmetic, or neither. Okay? So, what about 20?
Error.
Arithmetic. They're adding what every time? 2. Okay?
Geo.
How about that one?
Geo.
What are they multiplying by every time? -2 every time. So, geometric.
I'm just gonna abbreviate it.
What about 22? Looks like they added 5, and then they added what? 7, and then they added 9.
Neither.
It is neither. They're not adding the same thing every time. Okay? 23. Write the next 3 terms of the geometric sequence. What are they multiplying by every time?
I don't know. Is it what's 4, 6? 8. Oh, 8. Yeah.
So what's 1536 times 8? Y'all tell me. 1536 times 8? I'm good, but ain't that good.
6 times 8. 1, 2, 2, 8. Yeah.
1, 2.
8, 8. 1, 8, 2.
That can't be right.
1, 2, 2, 8.
1, 2, 2, 8, 8. Okay, that's better. 1, 2, 2, 2, 8.
The other one is 9, 8, 3.
1, 2, 2, 8, 8. Okay, what's that times 3?
9. And then the other one is 7, 8, 6, 4, 32.
432.
There you go.
Very good. All right, I'm going to pause the video.
And we can take it tomorrow.
All right, so that's 23. 24, I believe, is like 23. We got to write the next 3 numbers in the sequence. So let's figure out what is happening here. Let's see here. I'll come over here and do 24. Figure out R. Let's see here. 14. 14 divided by what's coming in front of it would be -28. So that reduces to -1/2. So we are just dividing by -2 or multiplying by -1/2, in other words. So 14 times -1/2, that one would be -7. And then -7 times -1/2 would be +7/2. And then last but not least, times -1/2 again would be -7/4. So that would be your next 3 numbers in the sequence there. And if you wrote the decimals, that'd be okay too, but it's easier to just leave them as fractions. 25 and 26, you're writing an equation for the nth term of the geometric sequence, then finding a sub 7. So This is the one where both of these, you got to know a sub n equals a1 times r to the n minus 1 power. You need to memorize that. And after that, it's just figuring out what a1 is and r is and plugging in. So a1 right here would be 1, and r is, let's see, what are they multiplying by each time? They're multiplying by -8 every time to get the next number. And so you just plug those in. So we're going to have a sub n equals 1 times -8 to the n minus r, or excuse me, n minus 1. So that's our equation. That's the equation, and it wants us to find a sub 7. So a sub 7 would be 1 times -8 to the 7 minus 1 power. Put that in our calculator real quick, and you get 262,144. Okay, so there was my equation, and there's what a sub 7 equals. 26, we do the same process. Let's see here, a1 is going to be 8, it's the first term. And then let's see here, what are they doing to get the next one? 72 divided by 8 would be 9. So r is 9. So we just plug in for an and a1. Excuse me, not for an, but for a1 and r. An would be equal to a1, which is 8, times r, which is 9 to the n minus 1 power. There is our equation. And then a sub 7 would be equal to 8 times 9 to the 7 minus 1 power. Put that in your calculator real quick, and you get 4,251,528. Quite a large number there. All right, 27. I believe we're doing just like 25 and 26, except they give us a table. So let me scroll up a little bit. So 27 is the same way. Okay, we still need to know, got to have a1 and r, and you still need to know the formula. So a1 is going to be right here. I put a sub n, excuse me. A1 is 243 right here. And then r, let's see here, I will use these two numbers right here, 9 and 27 would be 9 over 27, and that is 1 over 3. So r is 1 over 3, a sub 1 is 243, and we just plug in. So a sub n, my equation would be 243 times 1/3 to the n minus 1 power. That's my equation. And then a sub 7, you just plug in 243 times 1/3 to the 7 minus 1 power. That would equal 1/3 if you put that all in your calculator. All right. And our last three, we're back to just deciding, is the equation arithmetic, geometric, or neither? Okay. So for this one, 28, looks like let's see here, they're multiplying times 3. Then they multiplied by 2. And so they aren't multiplying by the same thing every time. Are they adding the same thing every time? 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 would not be 6. So this one, 28. 28 is neither. They're not adding by the same thing every time or multiplying by the same thing every time. 29 goes from -80 to -40. 40 to -80 to +40. 40 to -20. -20 to 10. So it looks like they are dividing by -2 every time. Divide by -2. Divide by -2. So that is geometric. Dividing by -2 would be the same as multiplying by -1/2. So however you want to think about it. And let's see here, 30, our last one. Let me scroll it up just a little bit. 30. Let's see here. Whew, it's gonna be okay. Let's just start doing the R. So 1/6 divided by 2/3. So let me put that in the calculator and see what we get. 1/6 divided by 2/3. You get 1/4. So let's see if we do that again. -1/3 divided by 1/6. I believe that's going to be -2. Put it in the calculator real quick. Oops, -1/3. I put 2/3 in. That does equal -2. So the R's are not the same, so it is not geometric. Let's try the common difference. Let's see here, 1/6 minus 2/3. Let's see what that is. 1/6 minus 2/3 is -1/2. Let's try another one. -1/3 minus 1/6. Again, I'm just subtracting a number minus the number that comes in front of it. So let's see what this is. -1/3 minus 1/6 is -1/2 as well. I think we might have a winner. Let's try the last one just to be safe. -5/6 minus -1/3. Put that in my calculator. -5/6 minus -1/3 is also -1/2. So, since we're subtracting 1/2 every time, this is arithmetic. All right. So we had, what do we have? Neither. This one was neither. This one was geometric. And last one is arithmetic. All right, and that will do it. Hope this little quick review helped. Study hard, and we'll see you next time. And as always, stay above the line. Have a great day.